What's up, shipbuilders? Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite ships, the N1 Starfighter. It's the Mandalorian's N1. This thing is just sweet. It's sleek, it looks cool, and it's got some of the fastest engines in the game, so you'll fly circles around any enemy ship that tries to engage with you. So, let's jump right in. As always, I'm not going to talk about each piece as we go along. I'm just going to highlight them, disconnect them, and slowly rebuild the ship so you can kind of see where each piece fits into the overall build. But I'm going to call out a few specific pieces that I think are critical for this build. The first one, I think it's actually the most important piece, and you'll see it here soon. And when we get there, is the reactor. You'll see that I chose to use the fuser reactor, and while it's one of the better reactors in the game, it admittedly isn't the best, but it accomplishes a couple things that I think are critical for this ship. The first is it has connection points on all sides, and because the profile of the ship is very small and sleek, we need those connection points on all sides in order to hold all the pieces of the ship together. But the second thing that it accomplishes is that it's a Class C reactor. And it's actually the most powerful Class C reactor that has connection points on all sides. So you'll probably know there is a Class B reactor that's a bit more powerful than this one. I think just 1 point more powerful. But it's Class B, and the reason Class C was important is because for that shield generator that is the most powerful in the game that I wanted to use is also a Class C. And I think that shield also just fits the overall look of this ship perfectly for Mando's modified N1. There's a couple other shields that have a similar silhouette, but that just aren't nearly as powerful. And so that's the reason for that Class C reactor. The other couple pieces that are worth calling out are the landing gear and the engines. So the landing gear, you'll see we've got a few different types on here, but the ones I wanted to call out, other than those Aki landers there, are the pinpoint landing gear on each side for each engine. They kind of form the foundation for each of the two engines on either side. And so these ones specifically are just unique. You can get them at Tayo Astroneering. And so you just got to know where to look for those. The other pieces that are unique to me are these SA 4330 engines. And so a couple reasons I went with these. One is they're some of the fastest engines in the game. The fastest engines are the White Dwarf 3015s, but these ones are the next fastest. And the unique things about these is you can have up to 6 of them, which gives you a lot more maneuvering thrust than those White Dwarfs, and that allows you to have a bit more cargo space. But the other thing that you can do with them, and you'll see on either side, I've actually got a third engine on either side kind of tucked away underneath, and it snaps nicely in just a little 1x1 space right there. And so that gives you a little bit more even maneuvering thrust than you would otherwise have, and kind of tucks them away nicely. And that's it for this one. Until next time, this is the way.